We're seeing mostly flat trading on Tuesday, and this does come on the heels of better than expected U.S. economic data. We saw strength in retail sales as well as home builder sentiment and New York Empire manufacturing. Joining me now is Alan Valdes, and he's with SilverBear Capital. Alan, great to have you here.
Remy, thanks for having me.
Well, it's interesting in terms of trading action today. We saw gains for the equity averages, but we have to keep in mind that Home Depot is dragging on the Dow. But of course, it's all about the Fed rate outlook. So what do you think of the data?
Well, I think the data was fantastic with retail sales. Remember, this is a country that's powered by consumer spending. 70% of this economy is powered by consumer spending. So to see those numbers across the board, like you mentioned, the Empire and Nordstrom, some of the bigger names, all on the plus side, all looking good, all beating, it was a good sign to see.
And of course, as we head into the rest of the week, we get more U.S. economic data releases. Now, at least for this week, we know that geopolitical tensions have somewhat subsided. But do you see that coming back anytime soon?
Well, you know, with the two leaders we have, our president and their president, it can happen any day. I mean, these guys, they go out on Twitter in our case, and they just speak to the masses in North Korea. Anything could happen. But I think overall it's getting quieter over there. I think it's going to fade away. You and I said last week, I don't think anything's going to happen. I don't see any missiles flying over to Guam anytime soon. So I think for the most part it's behind us, but you never know with these two guys.
And indeed, we'll continue to monitor what happens on social media because these days that's where breaking news seems to break. But as we head into September, we need to keep in mind that central bank rate outlooks will be monitored, rate differentials. We get the ECB on Thursday, and we'll be watching to see when they'll be pulling back their stimulus as well. But on the heels of Dudley's comments yesterday, what do you see coming from the Fed this year?
You know, I still think we're going to see a cutback on the balance sheet. I still think they're going to start rolling it back, maybe $10 billion a month. And I still believe, the way things are going, we'll see a rate hike in December.
Okay, and last but not least, I know you pay particular attention to the retail stocks, and since we last spoke, we got more earnings out from the retailers. So what do you think we'll see as we head into the next quarters?
Well, you know, Amazon's still the big enchilada in this whole thing here. They're just sucking the wind out of everybody else. But I like say, what Macy's is doing. Macy's is closing stores, but they're closing to cut back, to slim down. So we're going to see their earnings come out. Nordstrom had great earnings. Again, they're closing and cutting back. So these stores are going more online, cutting the actual brick and mortar. I think we'll see good numbers out of the retail. And Americans are shopping again. They're out there shopping, get back to school, and then once back to school's over, here we are, holiday season almost. So I think we'll see a good year for retailers going forward.